What if I told you that something as simple as what you drink before bed could drastically change how you perform the next morning? No, it's not testosterone therapy, it's not a medication, and it's definitely not one of those so-called miracle supplements flooding your social media feed. If you're a man over 50, there's a secret weapon sitting right in your kitchen that could make a huge difference in your energy, your memory, and yes, your performance in every sense of the word. Now, here's an uncomfortable truth. After the age of 60, the average man loses about 1% of his testosterone every single year. According to Harvard Health, this decline not only lowers drive and energy, it affects muscle strength, sleep quality, and your ability to rise up physically and mentally for the day ahead. What's even worse, most men don't realize that their nighttime habits, especially what they drink or don't drink before bed, are accelerating the aging process, draining their energy and wrecking their morning vitality. Think about it. You wake up groggy, stiff, and unmotivated. You chalk it up to aging. But in many cases, what's really happening is this. Low hydration thickens your blood, forcing your heart to work harder even while you're sleeping. Inflammation builds overnight because of poor nutrition. And that one glass of wine before bed? It might be stealing your testosterone and sabotaging deep sleep, leaving your body weaker by morning. Instead of healing overnight, it's breaking down. Men, supporting your body overnight is not optional, it's essential. Your sleep cycle is your natural repair process, your body's built-in testosterone therapy. And if you're not fueling it the right way, you're not just losing sleep, you're losing strength, stamina, and vitality. The good news? There's a better way. What if the answer isn't in a prescription, but instead in your own kitchen? A simple drink mix scientifically proven to improve blood flow, balance hormone levels, and supercharge your restoration while you sleep. Stick around because I'm going to show you exactly what to drink, when to drink it, and who should avoid it. Plus, I'll reveal the surprising bedtime habit elite 60-plus men use to stay sharp, strong, and energized well into their 70s. Let's start with something most men take for granted: hydration. Dehydration is far more common in older adults than most realize. According to the Cleveland Clinic, as we age, our bodies lose the ability to conserve water and our sense of thirst diminishes. That means by the time you feel thirsty, your body might already be struggling. And when you go to bed, even slightly dehydrated, it affects your blood volume overnight. Your blood becomes thicker, circulation decreases, and your muscles, and more importantly, your brain and your reproductive organs get less oxygen. Now, imagine you had a garden hose that was only half full of water. Would you expect it to be powerful? Of course not. It's the same with your body. Proper hydration in the evening can literally improve circulation, boost cell repair, and help your body produce the hormones it needs for real performance. So here's what you do. About 60 to 90 minutes before bed, drink an 8 to 10 ounce glass of room temperature water with a pinch of sea salt, not table salt. Sea salt contains key minerals your body needs to stay hydrated at a cellular level. This small tweak can change how your body rests, repairs, and wakes up the next morning. Now, let's get to something even more exciting. Have you heard about beetroot juice? This bright red vegetable might not be the sexiest item in your fridge, but it should be. Beetroot juice is scientifically proven to help increase nitric oxide levels in the body. Nitric oxide helps relax blood vessels, improving blood flow, not just to your heart, but everywhere blood needs to go. A study from the University of Exeter found that men over 50 who drink beetroot juice every day improve their muscle efficiency and reduced oxygen costs during physical activity in just 6 days. That's incredible. Let me tell you about Victor. Victor's 65 and still runs 10 Burmese Chi. But a few years ago, he started noticing that he was slowing down. His legs weren't recovering like they used to. He added beetroot juice, just 5 to 7 ounces, about an hour before bed, and within a week, not only did his endurance improve, but he noticed his sleep quality was better. There's something undeniably powerful about supporting your circulation while your body's in its deepest recovery phase. Now, I get it, not everyone loves the taste of beets, but you don't have to chug a jar of pickled beets. You can grab cold-pressed beet juice from the store or mix powdered beetroot into water. What matters is consistency. Start small and watch how your mornings respond. Still with me? Here's another nighttime powerhouse, a drink that supports your hormones, your brain, and helps you sleep deeper. I'm talking about tart cherry juice. Tart cherries are rich in melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. But that's not all. According to a study published in the Journal of Medicinal Food, tart cherry juice also lowers cortisol, the stress hormone that blocks testosterone and ruins sleep quality. If you struggle with restless nights, brain fog, or lower libido, high cortisol could be the sneaky villain behind it. Tart cherry juice helps bring it back into balance. On top of that, it helps reduce inflammation markers that lead to joint stiffness and fatigue. Here's how to use it. Drink 4 to 6 ounces of tart cherry juice about an hour before bed. Don't go overboard, it's naturally sweet, so a little goes a long way. Some men like to dilute it with water or combine it with their magnesium supplement, which leads me to the next vital piece of your bedtime ritual: magnesium. It's not just a sleep aid, it's an entire performance booster in disguise. Yet most men over 60 are deficient. The National Institutes of Health estimates that nearly 70% of men over 60 don't get enough magnesium. And it matters. Magnesium is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in the body. It helps relax blood vessels, which means better circulation. It supports energy production. It aids muscle recovery. And yes, it supports testosterone synthesis. That's a lot of benefit from one mineral. So, what's the best way to get it before bed? Some men like warm magnesium-rich teas like chamomile with magnesium citrate. Others prefer a supplement such as magnesium glycinate, a form that's gentle on the stomach and very bioavailable. Try 200 to 400 milligrams about 30 minutes before bed, or talk to your doctor if you're on any medication. You'll wake up feeling calmer, sharper, and rested. Now, you want the real secret weapon? Here it is: a good, slow-digesting protein before bed. Because while you're sleeping, your body is not doing nothing. It's building, repairing, and regenerating. But it can't do that without the right materials. You probably already know that protein helps build muscle after a workout. But did you know that taking protein before bed, specifically casein or collagen, can trigger anabolic repair overnight? A study from Emory University found that older men who consumed 30 to 40 grams of casein protein before sleep retained more lean muscle and showed improved physical strength after 8 weeks. It's not about bulking up. It's about functional strength, hormonal support, and keeping your metabolism active. You can take a scoop of casein protein powder and water or almond milk about an hour before bed. Or if you prefer a gentler option, mix collagen peptides into a warm drink. This also supports joint health and skin elasticity. Just avoid whey protein at night. It digests too quickly and won't support you through the full sleep cycle. Let me give you an example. Tom, age 70, was getting weaker despite regular workouts. His son, also a fitness trainer, suggested adding a bedtime shake with casein and a little beet juice. Within a few weeks, Tom felt stronger during his morning workouts, slept better, and actually gained a bit of lean mass. Sometimes the biggest wins come from the smallest changes. So, let's recap what we've covered so far. A simple glass of water with sea salt helps your cells hydrate and circulate better. Beetroot juice improves blood flow and oxygen delivery during sleep. Tart cherry juice lowers cortisol and helps hormones settle. Magnesium supports deeper rest and hormone function. And casein or collagen protein repairs muscles and supports testosterone all overnight. Feeling intrigued? That's just the beginning. Because when you combine these practices into a powerful, consistent nighttime routine, you don't just slow aging, you start reversing some of its power, and your mornings become the proof. But let's not stop there, because if you're serious about supporting your long-term vitality, there are a few final steps in your bedtime fuel ritual that not only enhance everything we've already talked about, they tie it all together to work with your body, not against it. Here's something you might not expect. Timing your drink correctly matters just as much as what you drink. You see, consuming any drink, even a healthy one, right before your head hits the pillow can actually backfire. Why? Because as we age, our bladders become more sensitive. A full bladder in the middle of the night means disrupted sleep. And even worse, it robs you of precious deep sleep cycles when your testosterone production is at its highest. So here's your timing blueprint. Aim to finish your final drink, whether it's tart cherry juice, beetroot, magnesium, or your protein shake, about 60 to 90 minutes before bed. That gives your body enough time to process fluid before you lie down, reducing those frustrating 3 a.m. bathroom trips. Now let's talk about men who should proceed with caution. These drinks are powerful, but not one size fits all. For example, if you're on blood pressure medication or take nitrates, consult with your doctor before adding beet juice. It can lower blood pressure further because of improved blood flow. Similarly, If you're diabetic or managing blood sugar, tart cherry juice contains natural sugars that you'll need to factor into your evening carb intake. Even magnesium, while incredibly beneficial, can interact with certain medications like blood thinners or diuretics. So take ownership of your health. Always talk with your provider before beginning a new supplement, no matter how natural or safe it may seem. That said, these bedtime habits have transformed the lives of countless men. One of my favorite stories comes from Jeremy. He was 72, retired, and just feeling tired. Not depressed, not sick, but just off. He said, "It's like my engine wouldn't start in the morning." He didn't change his entire lifestyle overnight. He started with one change: tart cherry juice and magnesium before bed. 3 weeks later, he sent a message. He said, "I feel like someone turned the lights back on." His joints weren't as stiff. He woke up clearer. 2 months after that, he added beet juice and a small casein shake. At his next checkup, his doctor told him his blood pressure had improved and he was sleeping deeper than he had in years. Jeremy didn't discover magic. He discovered consistency. Want to know what elite older men, those still hiking, cycling, running businesses in their 60s and 70s have in common? It's not just good genes, it's commitment. They commit to lifestyle over medication, habit over hope, and they treat that time not as the end of the day, but as the beginning of renewal. Let's rehook here, because this isn't just theory. If even one of these habits spoke to you, it could be a launch pad. Just start tonight. Start with sea salt water or just the cherry juice. Build one powerful habit at a time and let your body show you what's possible. Remember, when you sleep, you're not just resting, you're rebuilding. Every decision you make before bed affects not just your next morning, but your next decade. Too many men give their best years to stress, poor sleep, and slow decline, not because they have to, but because they didn't know they had better choices. Now you do. So here's your action plan. Pick one of the night fuel tips we discussed and commit to trying it tonight. Then come back and stack another. And if you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button because we're not done, far from it. Our next video walks you through what to eat in the first 30 minutes after waking to keep your testosterone humming, your joints moving, and your mind razor sharp. Make tonight count because tomorrow depends on it. Stay sharp, stay strong, and take care of the only body you've got.